All right, I hit record. It's Monday, March 11th. Spring is upon us, although there's still snow on the ground here in New York, but we're going to fix that today. I am so happy to have all of you here in this group. We've got a new face in the house over at Ensemble, so we're going to welcome Clint, and we are going to, Jen, if you are down, do our tour of your space, because that is overdue.
I would love that.
Wonderful. So let's do a quick round of introductions. Let's talk about status. Let's figure out what it is we're going to talk about today, and then let's get into it. Figure out how we're going to help each other build better businesses that help lots of people. How's that sound? Y'all ready to rock and roll? All right, Jen Luby, you are first on the Brady Bunch board, so I'm calling you first, and then we'll go to Megan and our new friend Clint. Jen, take it away.
I literally feel like I just had another baby. The last time I was this combination of exhausted and ecstatic was similar to when my daughter was born. Like literally, this is probably how a dad feels, because like I don't have any of the side effects of having a baby right now. So, but there's been not much sleep, and a lot of hard work and some blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of joy. And then I just like sit there and stare at it a lot. So just like a baby. But no, it's been really awesome. We sold our last office last night. We have 26 members. We're rocking and rolling.
Hold the phone. You sold all your offices already?
Yeah.
You've been open for how many days?
Technically today is our first official day. Last week was a soft launch.
Okay, how many offices?
8.
8 offices, and today's your first day. Your soft launch. You had a soft launch. It's your first technical open day, and you have sold out your offices.
Yes. I
Can
wish
we
I
make
had
some
more.
noise for Jen?
Thanks, guys.
Yay! Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, so I hesitate to ask what's next, but what's next? What's on your mind right now as far as
right now? Honestly, I guess the next problem I'm not sure how we're going to solve is we've got some sound dampening issues in our phone booth rooms. We ordered some acoustic tile that doesn't really seem to be doing the trick. So our next thing is going to be hang drapes, hang tape tapestries, but you'll see when I give the tour. It's just like a big unfortunate box. So 2 unfortunate boxes.
All right, so lots of soft stuff. We'll have to talk more about that. Mm-hmm. Cool. Congrats, Jen, and I'm excited to do the tour after our round of intros.
Could not have done it without this group, without your help, Tony, without the advice of everyone. So standing on the shoulders of giants for sure.
Yay, that's what we're here for. All right, we'll come over to Jessica after we've connected with Megan and Clint. Megan, are you down to say a quick hello?
Here, we'll use this one. Oh, geez, hold on. Do we use his?
Is that easier?
Is that better? Can you hear? Can you hear us?
No,
okay.
Away.
Right? Are y'all there? Can somebody else talk?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Hey, good morning. Tamara is out moving furniture into her new space. And I'm just going to turn the video off because I can see myself on both and it's weird. So this is Clint.
Hello.
Hey, Clint.
Day 2 for me.
Yeah. So we were it was a lot. And like y'all been hearing every single week, drinking from a fire hose. So came down to I'm going to run events and programs, which is what I do for my actual business. Community manager is a full-time job. And so here he is.
Yay.
Happy to be here with you guys.
So excited to have you along, Clint. So congrats, Megan, on securing the Clint that we were needing. And Clint, welcome aboard. What were you doing before you were here? How did you end up in this world?
So my wife and I, we spent the last year in London, and we were working at a kind of a community space. It was a church, it was a cafe, and we had 3 different event rooms. So we hosted about 30 different community groups that would come in, and just kind of facilitated that, build community within that. And so coming home was looking to do something very similar as far as relational investing in people and building a community space. And so I found out about co-working spaces actually in London. That was kind of a new thing for me. But fell in love with it, started, visiting everything from the huge ones to the small local ones, and was just very intrigued. So when I knew I was moving home, I just started Googling, Fort Worth collaborative workspaces, and it kind of just struck up a conversation, and it's just been very fortunate how my need and their need, and it all kind of just came together. So
I think Tamara's crapping her pants about the finances, but if we both do our jobs well, we'll both be streams of revenue, him with members and selling members and keeping members, and then through events and the things we're running in this space. So hopefully we will bust our butts combined as a team and kick that here. So
yeah.
We'll just delete some hopefullys and maybes and what ifs and say we're going to do it. We're going to do it together. And and whatever challenges y'all run into, you're going to bring them here and we're going to fix them, and then it's going to work.
That's why y'all are the best.
I'm in the business of testimonials, y'all. I want glowing testimonials from every one of you. So
Okay.
so I'm that's what I'm here for. Great. Welcome aboard, Clint. I'm excited to chat more with you. I'm running this event called Gathering Summit, which is an online conference for people who are doing all kinds of different kinds of communities. And one of the big threads that we are tracking is what's going on in the divinity side of things, how churches are adapting or how they need to be adapting, what they can learn from modern communities, what modern communities can learn from religious institutions that have been in the community building, local community building business for millennia. So I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, taking it back to Chicago. Jessica, welcome to the program. Congratulations on the space. How are things in your world?
Things are good. Just echoing everything that Jen said. It's been a whirlwind, exhausted, but excited. And yeah, it's good. And a total side note, Tony, for your Gathering Summit, my brother's a pastor. So if you need a connection into another group, I can get you connected into some people, more people in that world.
I would love that, Jessica. I'm actually actively working to spread the word to more communities and make it a really diverse attendance. And obviously my own network is co-working. So like I've got lots of co-working people coming, but I want lots of pastors coming, honestly. So
yeah, no, he's a part of a national group. So yeah, we can get it. So I'll connect with you on that.
Yeah, please. Anything I can give you to pass along would be great. I'm going to put it in my notes to follow up with you if I don't hear from you. Okay, cool. Do you have a favorite spot in your new place yet, Jessica?
No, we're still getting my area set up, but no, we still. I think Jen and I we yet to work upstairs on our second floor, so one of us needs to do that. Try that out, but yeah, it's just getting everything together. It's exciting. It's fun.
Great. All right. Very happy for you. Thanks, Jessica. Ryan, I know you're mostly tuning in just to kind of tune in and watch, but I want to give you a chance to say hello, introduce yourself and your location for the viewers, and anything you want to share, any updates, any things you've learned or discovered you want to talk to us about.
Yeah, hi, Ryan Foster. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm real early on in starting a co-working space. The building that I'm actually trying to go into is just broken ground, so we wouldn't be live until early 2020 at the earliest. So right now I'm really just working on lease negotiation and trying to make the numbers work, especially in a new building. You know, what do you charge? I mean, I'm sitting here looking at the spreadsheet right now, you know, what based on what they want and what I'm able to get per square foot. So I'm always looking for any interesting conversation about how you guys make it work as in your different cities, as far as, you know, a business model. And, you know, do you do more offices? Do you do more flex, you know, and what those revenue streams are? So I'm happy to be here. I'm kind of just listening in. trying to get an early start on this, so thank you.
Super cool. I actually had an interview with a woman who's doing a Columbia University research study into women-oriented co-working spaces and the business model specifically of them. And we talked a lot about all the different ways of approaching it last week. And what I kind of distilled in my conversation to her is, if you're going to be larger, 15, 20,000 square feet or more, then offices are going to be a big part of how the model works for profitability. And if you're going to be smaller, then you're going to need some other thing to make it more than just a thing that makes, just enough for the employees. And if you're going to be real small, then you got to have another way of making a living in addition to your space. So we can dive into a lot more of that. I'm actually working on a lesson about this that I can share with you guys at some point when it's ready. But thanks, Ryan. Welcome aboard. Megan in Vermeer, how are things going in your world?
Hey, Megan from Vermeer, BC, Canada. I have a co-working space called the Mountain Hub. Yeah, things are good. We're going to start additional renovations this weekend. So we're closing down Friday and building out extra offices. Got one of the 3 offices that we're building rented out. So that's really exciting. And that's about it. Yeah, right. Chugging
along, getting ready for the destruction. That's always fun.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, and we got Taylor, and then I see Penny just joined. So Taylor, say hello.
Hey everyone. We launched our new website last week. We're still working out some things on it, but it looks really, really good. And I'm excited to share it with everyone. Along with that, we are changing all of our applications for memberships and meeting rooms to go under Typeform, so it's pretty and interactive. So that's really what I'm up to right now.
Cool. So why Typeform?
Why Typeform? Well, everyone on our team uses it, and I just really like the layout. So I'm just joining with everyone else. And plus, the way I was doing our conference room reservations was through a Word document, and it was kind of a pain in the butt for people to fill out and return. So now I'm just I'll put it on Typeform. They have where you can agree to the terms and conditions and everything. So it kind of had everything I needed.
Gotcha. What software platform do you use?
Cobot.
And you don't want to use Cobot for those things, for membership sign up or for conference room reservation?
Sign up, yeah. For membership sign up, yeah, that'll still be on there. Really, we're using Typeform for scheduling a tour. That's what I should have said. And then the external bookings thing for Cobot, I've never really been a huge fan of, so I just kind of made my own thing.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough. And Penny, I see you've joined in. You're catching us right at the end of intros, so I wanted to make a chance for you to say hello.
Yeah, I guess. Intros. Yes, I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania. I haven't launched. I'm still working on a business plan and doing lots of research. And yeah, one of my questions these days is, can people expect to make money on a co-working space? I mean, are you always just basically breaking even and paying yourself $15 an hour? I'm not sure I want to do it if that's really my future, because I can make more money. So it's not all about money, but I'd like to know that I can make some solid amount of money with it. Otherwise, I should just not go off with this huge idea that I really love. Okay.
I will say we probably need to talk about this conversation then, because I know Ryan brought it up as well. We've got, mostly people in the room who are running spaces, but I think we can make some time to talk about that, and I might be able to pull up some materials we can chat about, or maybe just do a case study in your particular situation.
You should have a combo with Tamara offline, because next month is year 3, opening a second space, 1 full-time, almost part-time employee and ask her how much she's paying herself. But I think Tamara could really give you some good insight, because I know she's shifted and ebb and flow on where her streams of revenue come from, and she has her side business also.
Taylor, I see you shared the new website for epicentermemphis.org, and it looks really good.
Thank you so much. It wasn't me. It was someone else on our team, so I can't take any credit for it.
Well, as the representative of your team,
I did take some of the photos, so I'll take credit for that.
That was the nicest part. I mean, for sure. I do like that every little like membership plan photo is of a different photo of people interacting with each other. It's kind of neat. So cool stuff. Congrats on that. Do you have anything you want to say about it, about the website and what it means as far as its significance?
It's actually really important for us because, so for the people who don't know, and maybe it's everyone here, we're not just a co-working space, we're actually a hub of entrepreneurship. We are connecting entrepreneurs to resources in the community to start and scale their businesses. One of those resources is the co-working space, which we program. So the website is big for us because we're moving into, I think this is our 4th year, and we're finally getting more into that hub role and less of providing like direct resources and more of like sitting back and helping coordinate other partners in the community. And our language around that was always a little uncertain because we were still like trying to figure things out ourselves. So the website has really helped us all get on the same page and help other people understand what we're doing.
Awesome stuff. I feel like it can be tricky to tell the story of how you're more than just a work rental thing. So, and the website can play a really big role in that. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Congrats.
Thanks.
Okay, so Jen, what do you say? Should we do it?
I say we do it. I say, let me get Zoom up on my phone.
Okay. So while you do that, for those of you who have not been following along for very long, Dayhouse Co-working, the project to get it open has been a odyssey of sorts for Jen. She's been a faithful member of this community for a very long time, and most of her tuning in has happened from her wonderful home with her beautiful dog. And as much as we enjoyed that, her Wi-Fi wasn't nearly as good as it is going to be in her new space. And so after many delays, she has finally gotten her doors open. And to see this space open is a win for our whole community. So without further ado, we're going to now see Jen on her mobile phone in just a moment. And she's going to be taking us on a tour of her space. And we did this once before when I was in Seattle. I went to Office Nomads and I did a space tour, and it was super fun. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Yeah,
all right, so this is my office. It looks like a bomb went off. I will.
That is the cleanest, messy office. That's the cleanest office anyone's ever done.
All right.
Okay, I don't know how to use Chromebook. So what are the other view options?
Okay, so we're going into our, you know what, I'm going to let you guys start over here.
It's so pretty, Jen.
Thank you. Okay, so, yeah, this is our main entrance. So this door is open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And then you walk in, and here's our, I think Clint and Megan, I think you guys are, I can hear you guys. I don't know if anyone
Sorry guys, muting now.
All right, so this is our front conference room. We call this picture here the goddess. Yeah, let me hit the lights. There we go.
Jen, who picked out all this furniture and the color schemes?
My friends Jenny and Ellie. They're just amazing at this sort of thing.
Are they professionals?
Yeah. Actually, Ellie's back there. You'll see her in a minute. So this building is really, they have a membership here. So it was a trade. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Best
Trade.
kind of compensation.
Actually, hang on. I'm going to turn my phone around. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is a really interesting building. It's really unique for what you see in the suburbs. I mean, it's much more urban than most things out here. And a lot of people have commented on that. So, all right. So you walk in. We've got our little reception area here. We've got proximity running. There's Jessica. Yeah, so we've got our check-in here. And then this is our downstairs open work area. Some cozy spots here and there. And we've got 4 offices. Printer station over here. Unisex restroom. Actually, I'm going to shut that door. Hi, guys. This is our lady lounge.
Lady lounge.
I'll take you
No
in here.
way.
It's just, yeah, it's a nice little space. This mirror is the bomb. This is like the best mirror ever.
Is there a seat there too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Sure is.
Rad.
All right. Another little seating area.
Taylor just chatted, can I live there?
I feel like I live here. Kitchen area. Oh, wait, let me show you this. So, little water station.
Oh.
This is the bevador.
What?
A previous tenant left it here. It's a 1950s drinks cooler. It doesn't work anymore. But this is Bev, and she's a member of our community, and she's like up on our member wall. So, yeah.
What do you do with Bev? Is she a phone booth?
No, she's just like a former drinks cooler, and we're gonna find something to put in there and make it cool.
God.
So
you could put people who take too much time in the conference rooms in there.
Yeah, hey, that was Ellie. She's my dear friend who styled the place. They've got some seating in here. This kitchen, guys, is from IKEA, and I cannot recommend it enough.
The kitchen is IKEA?
Yeah, the cabinets are IKEA. Yeah. I used that. I ended up getting that coffee maker that you guys were talking about. It is the best. I love it. We're probably going to outgrow it, but it works for now. So, okay, going over here. This is our member door. So this door goes out into a parking lot, and eventually it'll be like there's a patio out there that'll be all cleaned up. Yeah, so there'll be like outdoor seating. Okay, so this is going into what we're calling small house. This is the kids area. Oh. So we have in here a very small lactation room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a glider in here. There'll be a fridge eventually, a mini fridge for storing milk. And then this is the kids' room. So this is being operated by a third party. They have their own bathroom. A third party called Go Nanny is going to be starting operations in here about 6 to 8 weeks, and they will handle the staffing and the hiring and the screening and all that, and it'll be on an hourly basis so that we don't have to worry about it too much. And right now there's a bunch of like crap in here. But one of the things I like about this room is we decided to do a Dutch door. So that way you can stand all the way back here. You can look in that mirror, see what your child is up to. Or let's say you have like both a baby and a toddler in there. You can kind of just stand back here and ask the caregiver, like, give me the baby. Don't let the 3-year-old see me. So they can hand the baby over the door, and then you can go in the lactation room. So.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So let's go upstairs.
I think Megan Adams is looking wistfully at your space. She's in actual love with it. Like
These are great.
I see heart bubbles. Just like.
Thanks, Megan. This is going to be our member wall. So these are from IKEA, and each member will get a space, and we need to put more up because we've run out of room. So
I'm loving the gold. The gold color is like it's yeah.
She's like, oh my God, get that on. So one of the cool things about this space is it used to be a gallery. So we've got all these great gallery rails up here. And And that's what these are. So these are designed to hang art.
Ooh.
And so we are partnering with, we're going to partner with the art center here in town. They're coming over this week to take a look at the space and see how we can partner. We also want to just have our own artist in residence program, which might be a little bit much for us to manage. So, okay, I'm out of breath from like talking and walking. But now we're going into the mind body room. Little sign to remind you to take a pause. Some more furniture is coming in here. Like we've got 2 chaise lounges coming, and this has been a very popular spot. People love to just like, rest and like take a 20-minute pause in your day.
Jen, you're killing me. This is so, oh my God. Okay, yes, keep going.
Another restroom. Hang on, I'll show you this first. Okay, so another conference room. I have no idea why it's lofted, but it is one of the quirks of this building. So we've got a screen here, but I think we're going to need a TV as well. Probably sooner rather than later, because one of our members is a filmmaker and wants to do screenings in here for her clients. So we will get that up and going. Okay, yeah, so we've got a little library section. This is the talented Ellie of Ellie Styled.
Ellie, tell her that we're all losing our minds right now.
So I'm Ellie. I'm on the call with my mentor, Tony, and his tribe, and everyone loves it. Everyone is dying over the space.
Oh, it's a beautiful space.
Yeah, yes. But you made it even more beautiful.
I didn't. I just put some touches in place. It's true.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. So just some more seating. This is our dedicated desks. 2 of them are spoken for. We're going to add 2. We probably can add 2 or 4 more. We'll play around with this a little bit. We've got some more offices here. And then this is like a little creativity station.
Are those colored pencils?
Yes, they are. And coloring books and puzzles. And we'll swap that out. Somebody asked for backgammon, so we'll put backgammon there. All right, so here, this is like, yes. So,
yes, I recognize this scene.
Yes.
This looks a lot more like what my phone booth rooms looked like for about 5 years.
Yeah, these things are useless. It's just like a high ceiling. It feels like an interrogation room. Like we've got a rug coming, but it's not cute in here. So yeah. We need to work on that. And then, oops. Oh, this is fun. This is a trap door from when this used to be a gallery, and they would lift art through the floors. Kind of fun.
What?
And yeah, so this room's a smidge bigger, but again, it's just, I'm going to have the electricians move that light into the center, I think. It could be better. So, and then go back downstairs. Excuse me, Ellie. And one more kind of fun thing from back in the day when this was a frame shop, the framer made this staircase, these balustrades. So, yeah.
I think Taylor's crying.
That's it. That's Dayhouse co-working. So, thanks, guys.
Yay! Hang on, let's get everybody on screen. Yay!
So nothing to it.
You have a new member. Taylor is leaving Memphis and moving to I was going to say moving to Chicago, but she's moving to Dayhouse. So
that's totally cool. We welcome Taylor with open arms. All right, I'm going to switch from my phone back to my.
Okay. You guys, so questions for Jen. Thoughts about space design? I feel like we don't talk enough about space design and the various elements that go into space design, and it's important. So what thoughts, reflections, favorite moments?
Yeah, Jen, how many offices did you do? I saw those 4, but was that all the offices, the
No,
private offices?
no, we have 8.
8?
Mhm.
Okay.
4 up and 4 down.
Right. And truthfully, we could probably, we could do with so many more. So this is 6,000 square feet. Another corner of the building is approximately 1,000, and that's an upholstery guy who has been there for like 4 or 5 years. Got really used to the fact that the previous tenant of this building, it was a software company. They didn't care about aesthetics or the cleanliness of the building. So the upholstery guy, used to have like half finished chairs and stuff in the common area, which doesn't work for us. And the landlord has really been team Dayhouse, and he's told the upholstery guy, yo, you've got to leave your your half finished projects in your space. So I predict he's going to outgrow that. And I would love to snap that up in a heartbeat. Because
Did you already sell all the offices?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm contemplating with right now is I don't want to go into it short because the space I'm looking at is 10,000, and I don't want to go into it short of private offices because, if you sell those out, then you need more space to create more.
Mm-hmm. And the 10 by 10s went first.
So you have 4 10 by 10s and then?
We have 3 10 by 10s. We have one that's like got an angled wall, so it ends up being a little larger than 10 by 10.
I'm going to send the link to our website
yeah.
where we have our floor plan on our website. And you can see everything.
That's good because Katrina was actually messaging in our thread that she wanted to see some floor plans for her space. So,
yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah, that'll be good.
3 small, 1 medium, 3 large, 1 extra large.
One of the things that I think I've seen as kind of a trend in the co-working world in general is that when you have the square footage for it, or if you're willing to obtain it, you can very easily let the profitability of renting private offices take as much of your space as you will let it. And it's for a very straightforward reason. When we're in the space rental business, people value private space. So they value dedicated desks and they value private offices, and private offices are the thing. Some of you will remember John Vierig, who started a space in Charlotte, and he had a bunch of open plan space and a bunch of private offices, and he said he sold out the private offices. He's expanding to another floor, and he's going to do all private offices on an additional floor. And that his co-working offering has been, he didn't use the word anemic, but I would say by comparison, not as exciting. And it's simply a fact that in the workspace rental business, renting private space is what people value. Now, what we're trying to do here is offer something more than just being an office rental company. And so to make that co-working side of it compelling, we're selling something that isn't office space, right? We're the people who are going to pay for that are motivated by what they're going to get by being in that space, and they're not coming there because they need an office, right? The people who pay to be a member of the co-working open plan kind of side of it are paying because of the other benefits, and that's why I emphasize the programming and the process behind that so heavily. So yeah, it's definitely a thing in terms of, when you're thinking about where does your profitability come from and how do you make the business model work? Jen, hey, if you at all have the stomach for it and an extra 1,000 square feet comes available, you probably should turn it into offices, because that could be a great way to increase your margin.
And sometimes I hear people say that your private offices should cover your rent cost, like from your landlord, which truthfully right now it's not. I can't charge that much for my offices. That would price them out of the market. So that concerns me a little bit. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, we just don't want to totally lose the spirit of what we did, right? Like, as long as there's still some co-working, still some gathering space. Jen, what's your From what you showed us, it sounds like you have some very obvious kind of small event space, like the lofted boardroom, that kind of thing. What about for larger events, like if you wanted to have like a 25, 30-person meetup? How would you do that?
So good question. That would probably be in the open area, which we have not discussed how we want to price that.
Okay. All right.
But yes, it's something that we should monetize.
Okay. Cool. What else? What else? What else are y'all thinking? What other questions are we coming up with from this?
I will tell you that I furnished the entire place for $15,000.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Now I definitely want your decorator's phone number.
Yeah, who'd you use? You said IKEA. Did you use other suppliers and whatnot?
Yeah, IKEA, Wayfair, which I know it's not like the Wayfair stuff is not going to last for years and years, but right now we need the eye candy. We need the visual pop. And if I need to replace the couch in 3 years, I'm fine with that. It keeps the space fresh. I just, and we wanted more of a homey feel. I didn't want to go with like a steel case, something, so I'm okay with our furniture being, of I don't want to say lesser quality, but, I didn't need to get top of the line or anything. I went to the big design place here in Chicago, it's the Merchandise Mart, just for shits and giggles and to torture myself. And like I saw this beautiful sofa for like $8,000. I'm like, well, no, that's not going to work for me. But yeah, so it was a lot of Wayfair, IKEA, Home Goods is a great source. And then I got a ton of stuff for free. I mean, I got some beautiful mid-century modern things that were sitting in my friend's mom's basement and just needed some stain. And so Jessica, we've decided, is going to have a second career as a furniture refinisher. Like years from now, when she's like made a ton of money opening up day houses across the country, she's going to retire to a lovely lake house and finish furniture because she is really good at it.
Y'all, for this other space right now for Tamara, she's been killing it at what are those called? Estate sales. Mm-hmm. And last week there was I don't know how or where, what sites she's on. I have to ask and get back with y'all. But at auctions. And so last week there was a big auction in Arlington where our new space is, about 20 minutes from here. So she spent around $800, and we got whiteboard after whiteboard after whiteboard. And when you buy those new, they're $1 bajillion, those huge like wall to ceiling ones. And then she got office chairs and a couple of tables and way more than $800 worth of stuff. So we're using Facebook a lot, like the Facebook marketplace and estate sales, and now office auctions. But I don't know where or how she knows about them, but she's planning on, I think, filling this next space for under $6,000, hopefully. So
Black Friday was really great for me too. I got lots of great deals on Black Friday. That's where I got my fridge, my dishwasher, and the TV, and I want to say all of that plus our Sonos system, and a few like the microwave, toaster oven, a couple other things. That was all under $2,000.
Hey Jen, you mentioned that you have 26 current members. Just interested, how many of those members, how did you build your community, and were a lot of those, did you actually give them tours and have them come in and look at the space and they decided?
Yeah, all except for one. We had one member join without a tour, but yeah, they all did hard hat tours, and they were all like, stepping over construction debris, and a couple of them said things like, I'd like to come back when it's a little more finished. And so we just followed up with those folks.
And how did you get the word out in your community? Were they word of mouth? Did you go to social? What did you do?
Yeah, lots of social media. Facebook groups were huge for us. And just working my own network. We got a website up really early that had pretty good SEO power. So a couple of people just found us by that. And
how big is your community? How big is your?
Well, we're in the Chicago suburbs, so our suburb, I think, has about 30,000. But then, like most major metropolitan suburbs, it's like, city next to city next to city next to city. So it's,
Right.
we're in a community called the North Shore, and I don't know, there's probably within 20 minutes of here, there's probably like maybe 400,000 people or so.
Are there other co-working options in your city?
No. There's one 2 suburbs to the north. There's 3 suburbs to the south. There's a couple of Regis spaces or Regis, whatever.
Right.
But we're the only one in Highland Park. And like I said, the other 2 are like 15 to 20 minutes.
Are you focused on any niche, or are you just open to all?
We're open to all. I would say it's more of a personality fit. I mean, the other co-working space that's closest to us in Lake Forest has a much more corporate vibe. It's lovely, but it's very, very different. And they tend to attract a lot of like family foundations, like family giving foundations. And I think that is that founders network. And then just, people who are, have a slightly more corporate bent, I think. So yeah, for us, somebody who just, digs a little bit more of a bohemian vibe, is a little bit more into wellness, maybe has young children and like some of our parent friendly policies, they're going to like it here, but it's more of a personality fit as opposed to a job description.
Jen, Taylor's been asking you some questions.
Oh,
in the
sure.
chat.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You didn't realize you were being hired to be our Q&A person for the day.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you bring in money from the daycare? I don't know. We talked about this on a call a couple months ago. I think it's going to end up being a loss leader. We're going to break even on it, and that's okay. We'll see how it goes. We're working through this partnership with this company that's running the room. This is a little bit of a business model departure for them. It's something that they want to get into. It's providing care for gyms and co-working spaces and things like that. So some of their policies are a little rigid, but I have a feeling that we're going to need to flex on that a little bit. Ultimately what I would love to do is be able to afford to have somebody on staff in that room all the time to allow for more drop-ins, like if your nanny gets sick or, whatever, and for whatever reason your childcare doesn't work out for the day. That's not going to be possible right now. We're going to do it on a more scheduled basis. And then if we can accommodate drop-ins, we will. So I don't know if that answers, does that go straight to the organization running the daycare? Most of it does. Yeah, they're charging me $10 an hour. I'm charging our members $13. So it's like really nothing, and I would love for them to charge me less. Did you get investment to open the space, or was this funded 100% by you? By me. And, with some help from the National Bank of Mom and Dad. So, but could not have done it without selling those early memberships. So, that was a big boost.
This is particularly pertinent to you, Ryan, and to Penny, because even if you think, well, you're 8 months out or whatever from opening, your pre-sales start now, right? Like the more that you are bringing people on board now and telling your story and getting them to buy, at least emotionally buy into it, the concept, you're planting the seeds that will sprout into people actually opening up their checkbooks when you need them to, when you tell them in January, hey, it's time. And, they're there. And Jen is now, you'll be seeing her, reaping the fruits of that work that, really, I mean, when did you start actively telling people about what you were doing and engaging people, Jen?
August.
August. Okay.
And yep. I think that's when we sold our first, August, September, because we had one promotion that ended, I think, in October, and the majority of our offices were sold in like August and September. and I truly, at the time, thought we would be open in October. But it's just, construction delays. And I have to say my landlord did a really great job of staying on budget. And that's part of the reason for the delays, Pick three, good, fast, or cheap. So we had good and cheap, but they were fast.
So did you do like a 5-year lease and then get a TI?
Yeah.
And how long did your TI take then? Was it August until obviously now?
How long did the build out take, you mean?
Yeah, how long did your build out take?
Oh God. I mean, years. No, they started, I signed the lease in last May. They started, really? I think the plans were approved and we got the go ahead in like July. And, there's still a few things here and there that need to be repaired. So yeah, it took a long time.
Okay. And it's 6,000 square feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Great. Other questions for Jen? Other questions in general, things that you want to talk about?
I put in there, Jen, what other revenue streams do you, besides membership, are you planning for any other revenue streams as well, like events or any other ideas?
Yeah, event space rental. Yeah, we're going to list on desk space and liquid space and peer space and all the spaces and rent out those conference rooms. And we do need to think about renting the open area as well. The nice thing about some of those platforms is you can even rent them for things like photo shoots, film shoots. So maybe we'll get a few of those this way. Not something I should count on, but.
One of the things that I'm playing with now for Gathering Summit is creating a way for people to host their own local events around the event. So it'll be an online program, but why not give people a way to gather other people who are interested in the same topic in real life locally? And so we have a forum for organizers who are interested, but I also want to use this as an excuse for everyone who has a space in our network to offer up their space to people who would be interested in organizing the event. So you don't have to do anything except open the door. And hopefully that could attract some community organizers in your area who could be potential contributors to the culture and programming of your community. So that could be hopefully something that's just kind of a small boost for all of you who are interested to host. So more on that soon. I feel like we've had some people walk away. What did we do? What else? Jen, what else is on your mind as far as next steps? We got to get you some more co-working members. We got to figure out the event programming stuff.
We're doing a big media push this week. Got to get the press releases out. I'm personally contacting some members of the media that I know, hoping to get them in here.
When's the party?
Well, as soon as we finish our official business registration, which is dependent on some other stuff. And then we'll get a ribbon cutting and get the mayor in here and, all that good stuff.
What's your guys' website?
Dayhousecoworking.com, and I'll put it in the chat. Yeah. We just flipped over some of the info from, we had a founding member campaign that ended last night. And I was so busy that I neglected to prep the site for today. So there's not a great way on there of like, yes, I'm interested, sign me up, click. So I am going to be working on my Post-it note for today.
Super fun. Yeah, the event is always a good opportunity to get some visibility. Mm-hmm. You want to really play that up, have some, professional photographs and videos.
Yeah.
So I've got a question. So in my business class that I'm taking right now, we're working on the break-even point. So Jen, do you know exactly how much rentals you have to have in order to hit your break-even point?
Yeah. Oh God. I'm trying to remember now. The short answer is yes. The long answer is I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my spreadsheets. I want to say that it's like, I think I need 10 or 15 more of a certain type of membership class. No, that doesn't feel right. I'm sorry. I don't remember off the top of my head. My brain is all splody. I will find that out.
We got a few more minutes. What else is on people's minds who want to change topics? Who want to stay with business model conversations? Penny, how's this reflecting for you in terms of your questions around profitability?
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody who's open have any thoughts for me on, I guess I'll get in touch with Tamara, but yeah, just the whole idea about profitability. What are you all thinking about that so that you can make a living wage at this, or maybe even a little bit better than a living wage?
Who definitely has their business model figured out? Oh, Taylor just jumped off. I would like to have heard Epicenter's model. I know that Megan with an H and was saying that Tamara has some really good perspectives on the business model, but Tamara's not here. So maybe Megan with an H can comment on this.
I mean, I've only been, I've always been in a support position. For a while, I was a service trade volunteer position. So I haven't, with my eyeballs, seen the business plan and the money, but she is transparent with me of it's a struggle all the time of the incoming, outgoing. This space, I know the biggest expense is the space here. The new one, the space is going to be much more affordable than electric and all of that. But I don't think I'm misspeaking when I say it wasn't until the end of last year that she was able to start paying herself. So a good almost 3 years in to get it all figured out. So she had side money and she had the spouse to help with the family side of it. So I don't know exactly how it all pans out. I know predominantly the only source of revenue was memberships. I mean, just now we're starting this event thing, and that will hopefully be an additional piece if we can do it well. But I don't know numbers. I can't speak to that.
Thank you, though. That's helpful.
I would say, Penny, again, coming back to just the general categories, do you have a square footage target in mind?
Yeah, I'm at 2,000.
Right. Okay. So in that neighborhood, you are compared to like in the spectrum of every potential size of space you could imagine, from 0 to 1 million, right? Once you get up to the 15, 20,000 square foot range, or maybe even less, right? Past 5,000 even, you can start renting out more private offices, doing more of the kind of higher end income generating stuff, but taking on a 10, 12, 15, 20,000 square foot space is a much bigger financial endeavor. So it's risk and reward. At a 2,000 foot space, your risk is relatively low, but your reward's going to be low as far as the actual money that the space itself can generate, right? As a office rental or workspace rental thing, right? I don't know the exact number as a margin, but the margin's not enormous unless you've got some kind of weird niche where you can charge, a huge amount of money per desk, which you probably can't, right? So then it becomes about, does it generate enough direct profit to be worth bothering to do, but does it generate enough indirect opportunity for you to generate profit through some other means? And so that some other means could be some other programming that you're running in the space that generates a much higher margin. So for example, if you're running some kind of high-end training for wellness professionals where they have to pay a significant amount of money to get education that commands a high value, and by virtue of you running this community space, you get a marketing pipeline of customers for that workshop, then you're profiting tremendously, even if the workspace itself is a break even, right? But they're at 2,000 feet. There's got to be a plus, a co-working plus, right? It could be that, you know, it's a little cafe in the front of the storefront to your space, and that's, you know, that makes thousands of dollars a month just selling coffee to people on the street. It could be that it is some other like professional offering that you have. For example, you know, if you're offering your own coaching or therapy or whatever services as a professional, maybe this will help you book your calendar up. Maybe it will help you up your rates. Or maybe you are part, this isn't really applicable to you, but in a lot of cases in a smaller space, there is a agency of some kind, a creative agency, a web development firm, an advertising firm, that kind of thing, that uses the co-working space as a pipeline for clients and for talent. And so again, in all these scenarios, the co-working space itself, the real profit is in the social capital and the visibility and the marketing that you get for that other thing that you're selling that makes the real money. Oh, Jen has an answer, and we have lots of answers in the chat. Who wants to speak up?
So I just dove into my pro forma. So like Tony was just kind of saying, you know, there's a lot of different revenue streams. So to answer your question of how do I break even, so I just cooked up a scenario right here. I've got I'm using Tony's like space capacity calculator, and I just played around with the numbers a little bit. So here's a scenario. Here is one of the break even scenarios. So full offices, 0 additional space rentals. That means I don't get a single conference room hour or anybody renting a conference room at all for a whole year. I sell 1 day pass per day, 30 of my light memberships, my 3-day memberships per month, 10 of the full memberships per month. So that's that is one of the break even scenarios. And we're already, you know, we're already
so about 40
past that.
So about 40 members. Is that where you're at?
Roughly, yeah, in this scenario, but that's a mix of 30 3-day members and 10 everyday members.
Right.
So, you know, those numbers are fluid. And that's not going to be a problem, I don't think.
Thank you. That's helpful.
Sure.
So in the chat, Taylor pointed out that Catherine Chestnut of Alkaloid Network seems to be running a profitable operation. She's part of Women Who Co-work. So we've got a lot of women who co-work in this chat, so y'all can find her. Oh, and Jen is pasting in some break-even scenarios. Okay, very good. So yeah, maybe we try to get Catherine to come and be a guest speaker. Hopefully she would say yes.
That'd be good.
She's rad. I like her.
Yeah. Great. Very good. And look at us. It's the top of the hour already. How about that? All right, sounds good, Taylor. Thank you to everybody who's contributed. We've really had a collective contribution effort today. Everybody stepped up, had something to ask, something to give. So thank you to all of you for making this a fun one and a light one and a happy one. Spring is upon us, and I'm smiling for that. Congratulations to you, Jen.
Thank you.
Yeah, great space, Jen. Good luck.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, it was great, Jen.
Could not have done it without this group. All right.
As always, keep us posted in the emails, and otherwise I'll see you in a week. Bye, guys. Bye.